Now, why is this series so important to you that we're bringing it out on a weekly basis with different episodes and different articles talking about the weather? Well, because the sky can give you an indication. The weather systems, different terminologies and weather that we might hear on the news can give you an indication as to what's happening. And this is really important to know. So the first thing we're going to go over is clouds. And there's three different layers of clouds that you can see here. There's a high level, there's a mid level, and a low level. Not every cloud, though, means that you're going to get precipitation. We're going to discuss the high level clouds today because guess what? They don't always indicate rain. Now, why is this important? Because when you look at the sky and you see different clouds in the sky, it can mean that there's fair weather. It can mean that there's rainy weather on the way. The higher level clouds don't provide rain. Well, we're going to discuss three clouds today. The first one being the cirrus clouds. Now, these are high level clouds. They form about 20,000 feet up in the atmosphere, and they're often thin and white and streaky, as you can see here in these images that you're seeing here. These are really high. Usually these are a sign either of a dying thunderstorm or an approaching weather system. They can serve as a blanket over the atmosphere too. So if you'll get these if there's a weather system coming up in a winter storm. These will come up in the sky before the winter storm comes. And for snow lovers, you don't want to see those clouds before the sun goes down. Because when the sun if they come before the sun goes down, the temperatures are really stuck. It'll be harder for them to drop. It serves as a blanket for the atmosphere. They're usually a good indication that there's a weather system, a thunderstorm, a hurricane, something of that nature is on the way within the next 24 to 48 hours, and they can produce precipitation. Now, the next cloud we're going to talk about is called the cirrocumulus cloud. These are cirrocumulus clouds. They often are gray or white. They're puffed up in the sky, and while just like their counterparts for the cirrus clouds, they often aren't these. Unlike their counterparts, these are often short. Look at how puffy these are. These can pop up like this and be gone like that. Usually these happen during the winter in colder climates, and look at that, it's a beautiful shot. In colder climates or when the weather is cold, usually these form under higher pressure. There's a little bit of instability in the air, but they dissolve really quickly. They can be there 5 minutes and then be gone the next 5. It's usually a good indication that there's fair weather on the way. And it's usually only in colder areas and colder climates that you see clouds like that. They don't produce any precipitation, and they are not a sign that precipitation is on the way. It actually is a good sign that there's nothing on the way. So if you see something like that, that's what you should be thinking about. What about cirrostratus clouds? Cirrostratus. These are another cloud that are actually like the cirrus clouds because they're actually thick, but they're not dense, if that makes any sense. These are these clouds that you can still see the sun coming through the sky, but there's a layer of clouds that's thick in the higher elevations. Now, these also serve as a blanket, and you can see these cirrus clouds right here. These cirrostratus clouds, they serve as a blanket, and they are always an indication within the next 24 to 48 hours or soon you're going to be receiving a lot of rain. Usually a warm front or frontal system or a storm system is on its way in that area. This doesn't happen as much with a thunderstorm that's dying, but this is more of a thing if you have a weather system along the way. These clouds aren't thick enough to prevent or dense enough to prevent the sun from coming through, but it is a pretty good indication that rain is on the way. So if you see these, there's rain in the forecast. So hope this gave you some insight on the weather and what to look for as it pertains to high level clouds and what's coming in the weather in your area. For weathervets.com, this is Dante V. Brown Royal. We'll see you next time. thank you for watching another episode or series here at weathervance.com. Come back for more updates in detail. Our area.